Howdy, guys. We just got out of seeing Captain America: Brave New World. So our first review we're gonna do, kind of right out of the theaters, kind of like a fast one,
Out of theater reaction.
pretty much. Um, what'd you think of the movie overall? Just in a blatant,
Honestly,
right out the gate.
I really liked it. I really did. It's not a masterpiece by any means.
For me, I mean, I'm not a big Marvel fan, but so my expectation was low on this, but I enjoyed it. I kind of liked how in the movie he didn't have the serum, so you kind of got to see him more humanized in this compared to you're just a superhero fighting literally the Hulk, like Captain America fighting the Hulk or somebody or Thor, and it's more humanized, which is nice, and you can kind of tell like his suit did to some of the carry, it's like some of the lifting too in it.
His suit was made by Wakanda because they were good friends with it,
and he had the shield.
Yeah,
so, I mean that's not really spoilers. We're not going to go into spoilers on this.
Yeah, no spoilers on this one, but we're going to talk about a couple things.
It was roughly about a 2-hour movie, I think I'd say. We went in at 11:20 and we got out, I guess I'd say 1:40. The movie really didn't start till about 1:40.
Hey, we said the movie, right? What we were saying?
Yeah, I said
okay. I'm done. It's okay.
He was going to do the intro. I just took over because
I was trying to figure out what I was going to say, but
man, you were blank staring out and
yeah. So this is our channel, Real Film Reviews Podcast, but we're going to have a long show, and then we're also going to do short out of theater reactions.
Pretty much movies that like we kind of think may not need a whole podcast, little short kind of fast bites, because some people just want to know if the movie's good or not.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, in a quick thing to give someone's answer, for me, I'd personally say it was about a 6 out of 10. Now, I went in with low expectations, so I was kind of pleasantly surprised. Now, given you are a big Marvel fan, way more than me, where would you rank this on your list? Like, I guess out of 1 through 10, and then I guess you'd say like in the movies as well.
I'd give this about a 7.5. I really like Anthony Mackie as Captain America. So, and it was nice to see him fighting, like we said, without the serum.
Yeah.
Still kicking ass.
It was way more hand-to-hand combat without just always having the suit, which was nice. Again, won't go into spoilers. I really do wish, and this isn't a spoiler, it's in the trailer, but I was telling him, Eric, that I really didn't want, I don't know if we even introduced ourselves.
No, we didn't. I'm Eric.
JD. Like I said, first time. So anyway, in the trailer, you got the Red Hulk the whole time, and it's not that I don't mind that. I just feel like watch the movie. It would have been nice to not just have that spoiler. But I mean, you get it kind of early on. But it would have been nice to be in the movie and go, "Oh, he's in here." Like, cool. I mean, there's more hidden stuff available, of course.
I already knew that Thaddeus Ross was Red Hulk in the comics. So, and then the tease of him in the trailers. I don't know if I'd say the tease because he was actually shown, but it was really cool. That especially a different colored Hulk than the green. I was telling him I'm used to seeing the green Hulk every time. It's nice to have a different color.
See, for me, because I remember I had to lean over and ask you some things because I was like,
"Oh yeah,
yeah." So the part what show do you need to watch before watching this?
Okay. Not which was one of the last ones?
The last movie I watched was either the Thor movie.
No. I'm talking about like pre-Endgame.
Is either the Thor 4th movie, or it was the one with the Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Was one of the last 2 movies I watched. I don't know if they took a break after that. I thought they did for a bit.
No, they kept on going, but after it was in 2020, we were supposed to get I think 3 or 4 movies, but when the world closed down, they literally pushed them all back a year.
Yeah, but the movie, I know, like, when did Doctor Strange come out? That was
2022.
Yes, that was
in February.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
but I didn't know, like, in terms of, I know they all got their different stories here, but that, I guess, is where I was kind of confused at is, would I need to watch the TV show to be caught up with this? See, I came in this without really knowing most of it. I still was able to enjoy it, but there was like little bits that I didn't know. And I will say I'm kind of glad they filled that out because there were certain parts that I did get my answer to a little bit later in the movie. Wasn't right then, but I was like, oh, okay. Now, given kind of what's going on, was still left a little clueless, I guess, because it seemed like, was it, what was the Captain America series name? The one that was
For Disney Plus,
Yes.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
See, that's what I figure. Like, I need to watch that to understand who some of the characters.
Because the guy that played Isaiah Bradley is in it, and
Yeah.
something happens to him, and had to tell him that he was an old Captain America or Super Soldier, we should say.
Not knowing that, because he's like, oh, I can't go into that part. But this isn't a spoiler. But the dude punches a boxing bag, punching bag, and a full body one, and it goes flying. And me, I'm like, what? Like, I thought, oh, we're just going campy now. Like, everybody just has these abilities to hit. And I was like, oh, okay. And there was some scenes where I finally realized, again, I'm not going with spoilers, but I was getting confused. And I thought, wait, I thought that was what's the original the Captain America in this one? It was
Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson, yeah. Sam Wilson.
Yeah, that's Anthony Mackie.
Okay, Anthony Mackie, yeah. I kept thinking he was doing certain scenes that, like, that particular Captain America had, the super soldier one that we got introduced. I was like, why all of a sudden he able to, like, punch people across the room? Like, oh, wait, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Like, I was getting confused a little bit on that. But I liked the pacing of the movie, too. It didn't feel too rushed. I didn't feel a drag.
No, it didn't drag, definitely.
Again, the reason why I give it this one more of a 6 for me is because I remember I liked Deadpool versus Wolverine, and I believe I said that was about a 7 to a 7.5. I feel like that movie, I really don't know what I say which Deadpool was my favorite movie in that, but that's not about that at the moment. But, where would you rank this movie kind of in between? Because I kind of mentioned how this felt like it was Winter Soldier light, like a light version of Winter Soldier.
I don't know. You mean like in the timeline of the movies?
Just like if you had to rank it out of the Captain America movies, where would you kind of put it between two?
I would actually put, there's 4 Captain America movies now, and I would put this one last. And I would put Winter Soldier, Civil War, which is Avengers 2.5.
That's pretty much Avengers.
And the original Captain America, which is kind of low, but still a fun movie. But, and it was nice to see old characters. Harrison Ford playing Ross because William Hurt passed away a couple years ago.
I gotta say, I actually liked his performance in this movie because it always felt like the last couple movies I saw him in, he was just phoning home to get a paycheck. While this one I actually saw acting. It was like Disney was like, hey, you actually want the money, you need to act. Which was nice.
I heard he was pretty rough behind the scenes recently. Someone came out. But
rough, like
he's
health-wise?
No, like almost like a diva.
He has that look, and kind of him being the Hulk, which is in the trailer, it kind of feels like that adds to it.
Yeah, so also he's supposed to be William Hurt's character from The Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton from 2008. And they also had, it was announced when the movie was, before it was even made, that 2 characters from that movie were going to show up. One of them was Liv Tyler as his daughter, Betty Ross, and Tim Blake Nelson as Samuel Stern. And they finally answered what happened to him, after. Like I said, this ain't a spoiler because his name was in it. So if you think it's a spoiler, I don't know what to tell you.
There is an ending credit at the end of the movie, like all of them, and it's obviously setting up for something that's going to be bigger. I feel like they obviously want to set up for like their second in-game movie. That's what they want to do. I mean, and that's kind of a given. Yeah. What phase are they technically in with this? Phase 4?
The Thunderbolt movie that comes out in May is going to be the end of Phase 5.
Oh.
Because Phase 6 starts Fantastic Four, First Steps, which I'm really looking forward to.
I don't know about how I feel about that movie. We could talk about the trailers a little bit. later on that because you missed a chunk of them. I really wasn't blown away by the trailers because you had.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we can talk about it now because really we got a little bit late because of
me.
Yeah. But what ended up happening is they had some espionage movie and it was okay. It looked like they wanted they wanted to have James Bond 2.0. Like this isn't James Bond, but it's James Bond because they had Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
They had him in there as like kind of the overhead, but that movie didn't look that interesting. They had Thunderbolt, DreamWorks How to Train Your Dragon. I'm actually excited for that movie.
Live action.
Yeah, that actually I think will look pretty good. And then
Superman.
I don't know how I feel about that movie.
Wait till it comes out. I think it'll be better.
The best. Well, we'll do a review of it.
We'll do this for that.
May just pop up, do a Stone Cold impression, saying it's a big old heap of trash, and turn off the video.
And give it a stunner and a finger and a beer. No, don't give it the beer. You know what I mean.
That's inspired by a couple of other people I watch. I can't take that credit.
But yeah, I mostly wanted. This is our first one, and I mostly wanted him to come because he's kind of out of the loop. So I thought it would be fun to have someone that isn't and see their which is fine because our real show, like I told him, I really want to talk about all of them, but it's going to be a while before we get there. But
and you'll find that out later.
Yeah.